Yay! You guys, I won't lie. So this is my first time going live on YouTube. Welcome, welcome. And it took like a full minute and I was like, oh shit, I don't know if it's working. So let me know that you're here. Go ahead and drop something in the chat. Drop an emoji. Let me know what your name is, where you tuning in from, so I can say hello. I'm so excited, you guys. Whoo, there's so much freaking good stuff. I have magic planned in here. Y'all don't even know. It's about to be so good. Hey, Laurie. Oh my goodness. Yes, woman, you are in the right place. This is about to tap into y'all magic big time. It's amazing. So, oh, you guys, okay. Super freaking stoked. The way that I have this whole setup structured is essentially a series of permission slips. Because if you're here, then you probably have felt the need to go out and like find your purpose, find your gift, find your magic, like this assumption that it's like outside of us, right? When realistically, we all know that it's living inside of us, but we have like blockages that are just holding it in place and not allowing us to tap into it, experience it, and fully freaking express it, right? If that's resonating with you, let me know. Like, yeah, I feel like I can't actually see it, right? Like you feel like you have this bigness inside of you, but you can't actually see it. You don't actually understand like the tangible measure of like what it is, right? It's just like this magic, this gift that you're just like, yeah, I feel like I have magic, but I don't actually know what it is, right? So this masterclass is about bringing light and awareness to the blockages that are holding you back from actually knowing intimately your magic and expressing it, right? If that feels like something that's gonna be freaking valuable to you, let me know in the comments. Be like, yes, please, ready for that. So yeah, like I said, it's a series of permission slips. So that's the way that I have this framed. And we're gonna go through the permission slips. So ready. Yes, you are, queen. I know you got so much big magic coming out. It's about to be amazing. Yeah, so we're gonna go through the permission slips and allow you guys to really like unlock your magic, your own magic. And then from there, I am gonna share the story and like the breakdown of and like step-by-step experience of me tapping into my own magic. It happened over like a 48-hour period. And within the 2 weeks after that, I made 16K in sales in my business, right? And this is, by the way, also the theme of the Soul Playground series. If you guys have seen me teasing that on Instagram or on Facebook, it's all about that. It's about tapping into your magic and watching it explode, right? How great does that sound? If that sounds great, like let me know. Be like, yes, I want to do that. Definitely tune into that series. So I'm going to tell you the story of me like cracking open my own magic. And then for those of you who feel like you want to go on that journey, I have a super awesome gift that I'm going to give you for those of you who are on call. And we're going to dive into some Q&A from there, which is super freaking valuable, you guys. It's basically like free coaching. Free coaching. I'm going to respond to your cues and my A's are going to be like laser coaching. So it's going to be really, really valuable in terms of bringing all of this to your specific experiences, right? So to give you a little bit of background in my magic and why I'm qualified to talk about this and teach this, I used to feel strongly, like I said, like I had something bigger. And let me know if you guys resonate with the feeling of like, in whatever you were doing earlier in your life, you were somewhat of a badass at it and kind of came naturally. You didn't have to like think about it. And now if you're building a business, if you're building something big, you're like, why can't I figure this shit out? Why can't I, like other people seem to get it. Why haven't I gotten it? If you're there, like, let me know in the comments. And so what happens from there, what happened for me is that our mind tries to figure it out. And so we turn to all the strategies. How many people have like a fucking full inbox of strategies that like they've downloaded and they've maybe used a little bit, but it didn't actually work. So they like hopped on to the next thing, right? So that idea of like having all of these strategies that are kind of gonna be the way, yeah, you're there now. Yeah, girl. We're gonna unblock all that today. Don't you worry. But having this full inbox of strategies that, hey, Ashley, what's up? That are kind of keeping you from being able to hear, trust, and know your own intuitive magic. And we're gonna hop deep into that. That was you. Yes, girl. Yes, it all comes naturally. Yeah, so that's one of the things that we're gonna talk about today for sure. So that feeling of trying to figure everything out is overwhelming. It doesn't feel good. That is where we are when we're building our business from a place of like tension, anxiety, being attached to the next outcome, like feeling like, okay, if this strategy doesn't work, then I don't know what, and I'm gonna have to like go find another one, right? So when we give ourselves all the permission slips that we're about to go through in this masterclass, we get to retire from all of that. We get to retire our mind, tap into our heart, and really own the magic that's like already in there. And when we do that, we step into our most full expression of that magic. And that is what lights up a business. That's what turns on the lights in the house, like the structure of a business. So the people are like, yo, this human has what I need. She's home. I'm going to come and hang out and like hang out with her and sit on her couch. Right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. For those of you who know me, you know that the pillars of my brand are about tapping into this magic, authentically expressing it, and then building the business from a place of fun and joy. So this is the foundation of that, right? And it's that foundational piece of finding your magic. So let's go ahead and hop in. Let's go ahead and hop in into the permission slips. You ready? So it's not a matter, like I said at the beginning, it's not a matter of going out and finding something. How many of you, drop it in the comments, know you have some big magic. You can feel it. You're like, I know I have it in me. I just don't exactly know where to point it, what it exactly looks like, what it exactly feels like, but you already know it's in there, right? So really what we're talking about today is more a matter of allowing yourself to go there, giving yourself permission to go there, to welcome it deliberately into your life and allow yourself to express it from an empowered place. Because here's a little wisdom nugget for you. We fully own our gifts when we express it and we allow the universe to reflect it back to us. Let that land. You can fully tap into your magic only after you express it and allow the universe to reflect it back to you. Because that's how the freaking universe works, right? When we embody it, that's when we start to see it reflected back to us. For example, I never really understood that I was so magical in authentic expression until I stepped into it. And then people were like, how are you doing that? That's what I need. And it's that back and forth with the universe that really allows you to lock in to your magic. Does that make sense? Anyone who like dabbles in manifestation and like all of that good stuff, you know that you have to embody the frequency first before you can actually experience it. Same, boo, with your magic and your gifts. You tap into it, you have that empowered expression, it gets reflected back to you. So this is what we're doing today, is we're tapping into the allowance for that empowered expression. That's also why it's so tricky for people, because they're like trying to find it from outside, right? Where it's like not gonna be. So yes, makes complete sense. Yes, just having to actually do it. Yes, exactly. And that's why people get tripped up. That's exactly where people get tripped up, is like not wanting to do it. Because we want to know, we want to feel like it's going to be safe first. But we, in our unique magic, have never expressed and existed that way before. So we're never going to actually know it's safe until we do it. Woo, tricky dicks, right? All right, so here's the first permission slip. Let me grab some water. Well, I'm really animated, in case you guys can't tell. I get really animated and then I need a lot of water. So here's your first permission slip. The strategies are not the way, they are in the way. Strategies aren't the way, they are in the way. Yes, of course, there are strategies that can be used, that can like build all of the things. But when we're talking about tapping into your unique gift and your unique magic, all of the strategies are in the way. Here's why. They are the unique magic of other people. They're other people's unique magic. And when we rely so heavily on other people's unique gifts, we're telling ourselves, we're sending the message to ourselves that we don't trust our own innate wisdom, that we don't trust our own intuitive knowing, our own magic, right? So leaning into all of those strategies as the answer, as the way, is actually what's getting in the way of our ability to trust our own intuitive knowing, our own magic. So this is your permission slip to nix the strategies. Go through and clean out your email inbox and unsubscribe from whatever you need to. Not to say that strategy isn't important, because there's a really big difference here. Strategy is important, and you will know when it's a strategy that feels right to your soul, right? If it feels constrictive, if it feels like something you have to do in order to yada, 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 if it feels like you have to build up an email list in order to yada, yada, have to Facebook funnel, yada, yada, like all that have to, that feeling of like squirrels running around, that is the feeling of you relying on other people's magic instead of tapping into your own. If you're here, if you're listening to this, you're meant to create a new structure. Truth, because the people who come into my sphere, I know that's what their jam is, right? If you're listening to this, if you're tuned in, it's because you are here to create your own structure. You do have your own magic. You're not crazy for thinking that, right? You're tuning into this for a reason. So when we project the neediness to like thrive onto other people's magic, it's dulling your sense of being able to hear your own. So permission slip granted to nix the strategies. Let me know in the comments who's about to go clean out their email inbox later today. I hope that there's some cleaning, some spring cleaning that you guys go down and do, and learn to just tap into your own strategy, right? And we'll talk more about that at the end. I'll help with some Q&A support and also give you guys an opportunity to tap into your own strategy at the end for sure. So if you see me looking off, I got my notes here. So make sure you guys get all the things. The next one, this is so freaking big. This is so freaking huge. And this is a huge part of my own personal story that I'm going to share later. The how monkeys. So the next permission slip is your permission slip. Nobody's doing spring cleaning, you guys? What? Oh my gosh. The next permission slip is to retire the how monkeys. What the fuck do I mean by that? The how monkeys are the like umbrella term that I give to when my mind is trying to figure things out. And this comes back to strategy, but from a very internal place, right? Tap into your mind right now. Just take a deep breath with me. Tap into the way that she feels when she thinks about business, when she thinks about whatever it is you're trying to build, whatever it is that's like filling your days. Overwhelmed? Tired? Tired was what came through for me. Let me know what's coming through for you guys. When I was going through this process, tired. My mind was so tired. And the dialogue that we had was, yo, girl, you're asking me to do a job that I am not equipped to do. Overwhelmed. Yeah. Yes. That's because we're asking our minds to do a job that they're not equipped to do. It's not possible for our mind to take stock of all the possibilities and to make the most sound decision moving forward, right? That's the job of our heart. That's the job of your heart. That's the job of your soul. And when you can feel into what the mind is feeling, when you think about building a business and it feels overwhelmed, it feels tiring, that's because we're asking it for all of the next steps. We're turning to the mind for all of the next steps. The mind's job is not to do that. That is the heart's job. The mind just carries it out, just gets the instructions and carries it out. So the next permission slip I'm going to give you is to retire your mind. Truly tap in, have a dialogue and say, yo, girl, I know you are so tired. I hear you. I feel you. I know you are tired. You're in retirement now. You're in retirement. It's a feeling of relief is what it really is. And just tap into heart and be like, heart, take over. Take over. My favorite analogy that I share with the women that I mentor in a business accelerator is the idea of Miss Frizzle driving the magic school bus. Your heart is Miss Frizzle driving your magic school bus vessel. Okay? And the mind is like a tweaked out, coked out driver that's like been driving for way too long and is like all freaking out, right? Miss Frizzle knows how to navigate the magic school bus down into the volcano, and like come out on the other side safely, right? And this wraps back around to tapping into our gifts, because oftentimes our gifts are much bigger, much more expansive, maybe much more intuitive or much more spiritual that our mind is ready to grasp. So that's how this ties into tapping into your magic and tapping into your gifts. You have to retire the direction and the navigation, the mind navigation. You have to retire your how monkeys before you can deliberately welcome and onboard your magic, right? Once it's retired, you can tap into heart, and the bigness of your magic is not overwhelming anymore, right? Is this landing? Are you guys feeling me on this? Let me know. Let me know if you're feeling me on this. Like, once you tap into heart, the bigness is no longer overwhelming, and you're able to actually claim it, and you're able to actually say, yes, I have big fucking goals. I have big fucking magic. I'm here for big things. Yes, yes. Because it's no longer the job of the how monkeys to figure it out. And so you're no longer overwhelmed. And you can claim it. And claiming it is important because that leads us to the next permission slip, which is moment by moment full expression. Moment by moment full expression. You have to, so to recap, we were talking about how strategies are kind of blocking you and getting in the way. And they're like food for the how monkeys, right? And then we retire the how monkeys. If anyone hops in halfway, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are these people talking about? You retire the how monkeys, you retire your mind and tap into your heart. And there you give yourself permission to express from that expansive heart space moment by moment. We often think that it's like, we're gonna have this big moment of like, which is true. And I'm gonna tell you a story later, the story of me tapping into my gifts, which was like a big moment of clarity. For sure, we have those. And they don't maintain if we don't allow full heart expression moment by moment. So what does that look like? What am I talking about? And the reason I keep saying full heart expression is because for a long time, I used to think that like sharing my unfiltered truth was like gonna be a problem. Because I was like, meh, I'm gonna piss off a bunch of people because I got some shit to say. You know what I mean? Or like I got some things I'm feeling, right? We can express fully from heart, and we can say things that are going to polarize people and trigger people, and that's okay. That's okay. That's part of tapping into your magic. Let me know. Have you guys ever felt like if I give my unfiltered truth, people are going to be like, she's a dick? Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt that way. Or just me. I don't know. So anyway, when we tap into and we express from there, we will share stuff that is sometimes polarizing or threatening to other people's sense of identity, sense of self. And that's okay when it's coming from heart, when it's coming from soul, when you can feel the expansion in your chest, you can feel the truth of it in your chest. When it's a reactionary expression coming from fear, coming from your mind, that's not going to be full heart expression, right? So the importance of dropping into moment by moment full heart expression is that it gets you more intimately familiar with the version of you that has onboarded your gifts. Does that make sense? The version of you that has onboarded your gifts and is like tapped in and is like, fuck yes, we're doing this, right? That version of you expresses it. She expresses her truth. She expresses her magic from a place of deep empowerment. And so when we practice that, and give ourselves permission to practice that in these moment by moment full heart truths. How what, Naz? be a little bit more clear about that. And I'm happy to answer it. Yeah, so when we give ourselves permission to express in those moment by moment truths, then what we're doing is we're embodying the energy. You just tell it so to just tell it to stop. Little bit more clarity, even more clarity. Tell what to stop. Are you talking about like the mental monkeys? Or are you talking about like the fear-based reactionary stuff? Let me know. And we can maybe dive deep into that in the Q&A for sure. Yeah, so when we're doing that moment by moment full heart expression, we're embodying the energy, we're embodying the frequency of the version of us that is already fully tapped into our magic. And it can be something as small as like, yo, I really don't want to eat this for dinner because my body is telling me not to eat meat right now. Cool. It could be something as like big as like, yo, I really don't want to go on this trip because it just feels weird in my gut. It feels not good in my gut. And so I'm not going to go. Right. But being really, really true to that strengthens your relationship with this version of you that's tapped in. And going back to like the very first point about strategies, it strengthens your relationship with your innate wisdom and your trusting of your intuitive gifts, your trusting of your magic, your trusting of like your big vision, right? It strengthens that trust muscle in those moment by moment experiences. You guys with me? You guys with me? Let me get a little sip of water. Okay. And Naz, yeah, I definitely want to know, tell what to stop. And we can dive into that in the Q&A. Got you, boo. Got you, boo. We're going to get some good Q&A going. All right. So next, after that, once you're kind of tapped in, you're feeling it on the reg. The next permission slip you got to give yourself. And this one is my favorite. This is my favorite. Do the thing that would be really fucking fun to do. And I mean this very literally. Like what would be really fucking fun to do? Because what happens, and also I'm getting distracted. I'm talking about two things at once. What happens is we lock into what would be really fun. We lock into our magic, and then we let the how monkeys have their way. And it's about catching it at that moment that you feel the how monkeys, you feel your mental chatter and your fear rising back up and trying to intercept and like, put your shit on lockdown, and just tap in and be like, yo, is this fear or is this energy that I have been embodying? And differentiating between the two, between that full heart energy and that fear. So when you embrace and you give yourself permission to embrace the thing that would be really fucking fun to do in life or in business, feel where it's coming from, and then all of the steps, all of the permission slips that we've been talking about up to now, you have become intimately familiar with the how monkeys and the full expression, right? And you can then differentiate between the two. Because here's the thing, a lot of times people are like, just follow your bliss. Just do the thing that would be fun. Yeah. And like, cool. Yes. And how can you tell? How can you tell if it's fun coming from like a small safety zone place, or if it's like an expanded fun coming from, your truth, your heart, your magic? Oh, nice. Okay. How do you stop the how monkeys connect to the heart? Okay. We will dive deep in that in the Q&A. We will dive deep in that for sure. For sure. Yes. That is a beautiful question. And the story that I'm going to share of my own personal journey is going to answer that on how you stop the how monkeys and connect to the heart. And I will share the step-by-step breakdown of like what I experienced in that journey for sure. So that'll answer for sure. So when we talk about like follow your bliss, blah, 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 like, yes, but how do you differentiate between the two? And all the steps that I've been sharing, all the things that I've been talking about, that is how building that intimate experience and like relationship with your how monkeys, knowing what they feel like and what it feels like to retire them, knowing what it feels like to express your moment by moment truth, right? On a daily moment by moment basis from the heart. When you start to tinker with that, then you can feel into, what would be really fucking fun for my soul to do. Because you could be like, it would be really fucking fun to go get a massage instead of reach out and hop on sales calls or whatever that stretch is for you that feels uncomfortable. Yeah, massages are great. They feel fucking amazing for sure. They're fun. And what is your soul telling you to do? What is your expanded heart telling you is actually going to bring you the most joy and fulfillment in the long term? Tap into that and then go from there. And a lot of the times when we tap into what would be really fucking fun for us to do, especially in business, especially for building a business, it's the right thing because immediately the how monkeys are going to try and shoot up and be like, pew, pew, pew. Right? So when you tap into the thing that it's like, oh, but this would be too easy. It would be too easy to do this. Guess what, boo? It gets to be easy. And what's easy for you is not easy for the whole world. And that is why it's your unique magic. It's your unique gift, right? But like all those how monkeys start to pop up and to be like, oh, this isn't valuable. It's too easy. Everyone knows how to do this. You hear me? You feel me? You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments if you know what I mean. If you like have something that you thought about that you're like, this would be so much fun, but there's no way that I could like do this and people would be interested in like being a part of it and pay me for it, right? For me, it's authentic expression. You guys, it's so natural for me to hop in here and be like my weird, crazy, animated self and like empower you through storytelling. Like that's my shit. And I never realized that like that's some shit that people need, right? So it's that thing that's like very natural and easy and would be really fucking fun. And that as soon as you think about how you could do it and like make money doing it, your how monkeys freak out. That's your telltale sign. The how monkeys freak out. All right. So moving in to, does anybody have any questions that you can like drop them in here and then we'll hit them in the Q&A as we keep going. And let me know if something is coming up for you that you're like, I think this might be my thing. Like these things are coming up and like, I have this soul pull to like do this thing and I've always been interested in it. Let me know. I want to celebrate with you if that's the case and we can like support you as it opens, right? So the last, this is like the freaking most important, Oh yes, you guys, actually answering it right now. Yes, those are your how monkeys. Those are your how monkeys, Valentine. Yes. If you are drawn to it, you have magic there. It doesn't matter what other people are doing. And, oh, I'm so glad you brought this up, girl. This is such an important point. When you tap deep into your magic and you, again, going back to that moment by moment expression, and then we're about to talk about empowered expression, and that's like where it really locks in and like real shit starts to like change in the outer world, right? When you lock into that, it does not matter what other people do or don't do because they aren't you. Queen, they aren't you. They don't have your flair. They don't have your magic. They don't have your special touch. There have been how many photographs in the whole world in all of time, and people are still drawn to it and still drawn to specific people's work, right? It's all about you and your magic. And when you really step into the empowered expression of that, which is the next one, the step 5, if you will, if the permission slip 5 that we're gonna like hop into, when you step into that, then your value gets reflected back to you. And that's when it really fucking lands. So without further ado, let's hop into that because that shit's good. Empowered expression. The last permission slip is giving yourself permission to express it from a place of empowerment. From a place of empowerment is key, you guys, is key. When we're expressing ourselves from a place of, will you like this? Somebody could have done it better. Here, I need this thing. You know what I mean? When we're expressing from that place, that's felt. And the trick here, if you want to call it that, I think it's just life. But like the key here is tapping into that heart space, that heart expression that you've been practicing on a moment by moment with like little baby truths, right? Expressing your magic, your gift from that place, and doing it in a way that when you express from that place, you know that other people are going to benefit. You're expressing it for the benefit of other people. I'm here expressing for the benefit of you guys because I know that you need this, right? If before I'd hopped in, I was like, oh, what are they gonna think? Oh no, instead of dancing to Beyonce, because that's my go-to, like I'm about to talk to people thing, is dancing to Beyonce and Chloe and Halle, Obvi. But if it was coming with that energy, it would feel so way different, right? It would feel so way different. It wouldn't feel embodied. It wouldn't feel empowered. It wouldn't actually serve you. So tapping into that heartful expression that you'd been practicing on the moment by moment and allowing yourself to express your magic from that place does something magical. Here's what it does. And this goes back to what we were talking about at the very, very beginning, right? It allows the universe to reflect it back to you. Once you stand in your expression, once you stand in your full expression of your magic, of your gifts, people can see it and they can say, yo, this is actually magical. Yo, I want in on that. Yo, what are you doing over there? You're glowing, girl. Right? we give ourselves the gift of having that reflected back to us. And then the value comes in that way. It comes from, also just from feeling really good about being fully expressed. It comes that way first, to be honest, to be about feeling really good about being fully expressed. But then once you see the impact that it has on other people, that is when it really anchors in. It really anchors in, and you see it for the value that that has always been within you and that you already have. If that landed with you guys, let me know. Let me know. And it's ironic, right? That is the thing that people are so afraid of. This is why so many people are like, I don't know my gift. How do I find my purpose? How do I find my gift, right? This is it. Because we don't feel safe to express it and allow it to be reflected back to us. We have to express it first and allow it to be reflected back to us. So empowered expression of your gift from that heartful space that you've been practicing moment by moment is what's going to land it in your body. And from there, that is where, if you're building a business, that's where shit skyrockets. That's where everything takes off. And this is one of my jams, right, is all about, and this is what I teach my clients, is like having fun in your business. Having fun in your business. And you hear all the time people being like, it's Danielle. Danielle on Laurie's account feels scatterbrained on knowing you have so many different gifts and different topics. How do I find clarity of what to express first or create something to embody all topics? Okay, good. Yeah. Well, let's jump into that in the Q&A, because I know that there are multiple people who have that same question, right? And who have, I know, I know because I talk to you guys, right? So I'll jump into that deep in the Q&A and we can jam out on that for sure. Let me grab some more water. Yes. So this sense of needing to find it, right, is where we were, like this sense of needing to find it. That is what, and like feeling safe before you express it. That's why people are like, I need to find my gift. I need to find my purpose. Because what they're really looking for, here's the whammy, what they're really looking for is safety and permission to express what's already in them, to see it in someone else, to resonate, and to have permission to express it. This is why I set this up as a series of permission slips for you guys. These are the permission slips you have to give yourself to let go of the strategies, to let go of the how monkeys, to express yourself from your heart moment by moment, right? To actually do the thing and embrace the thing that would be really fucking fun and then express it from an empowered place. These are the permission slips that you have to give yourself in order to express what's already in you. And whenever we're searching outside of ourselves for the purpose or the gift or the magic, what we're really looking for are these permission slips seen in somebody else. Is this landing? You feel me on this? Let me know if you feel me on this, right? We're looking for someone else to give us permission to express what's already in us. But if you are here, if you are in my crew, if you are in my fam jam, yours is freaking unique. It's freaking unique. The people who come into my life, I feel you, girl. Yes, yes, yes. The people who come into this space have really unique, beautiful, epic magic. Really unique, beautiful, epic magic. And I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now that the best permission you can give yourself is going to come from within, because yours is likely super rad. To be real, it's likely super rad. It's likely super unique. And that is in part why we get so frustrated going back at the very beginning, talking about like, I've been a badass at these other things before. Like, why can't I make this business work? Why can't I make this whatever work? Why can't I find this shit? It's because it's really fucking unique. That's why, boo. It's because you're special. And I'm not just saying that because I love you. I'm saying it because the people who come into my tribe are special. Okay? So before I'm going to jump into the story and tell you guys like the breakdown, the step-by-step of like the experience that I had in tapping into my own gifts and how that completely revamped my business in like a span of 2 weeks. And that's also, like I said at the beginning, the theme of the series that I'm doing on my podcast. So if this story is interesting to you, girl, I got a whole month worth of podcasts for you that are all about other people's stories along these lines. And they're really, really beautiful. Before I hop into that story, if this has all been resonating with you, if you've gotten value from this, let me know. Let me know if this has like unlocked something inside of you and that you're like, ooh, I can see this differently now. And like, I'm gonna go do some cool shit, you know? Let me know if that's the case. And if you're feeling like you want more hands-on, intimate experience around this, everyone who's on this call right now, I know that you guys are bomb-ass humans. So I'm gifting all of you an Activate Your Soul session. It's a 45-minute session together, and we can one-on-one tease out what your magic might look like what your magic is and what it looks like and what you want to build with it, right? What you want to build with it and what you want to create. And we can do it one-on-one. So if this has been valuable to you in a group setting, like, girl, we about to blow y'all shit up in a one-on-one. It's going to be amazing. So if you are interested in that, if you want to hop on and like take advantage of that, yes, so much value. Awesome. That's what I love to hear. Yes, yes, yes. It's been like, you guys, there's so much magic in here. You don't even know. So if you want to take advantage of that, just drop activate in the comments and I will hit you up afterwards and we can schedule a time to jam out and I will hands-on help you tap into your magic and bring it to a place of more empowered expression because you got big magic story. I'm going to tell you this story. Oh my gosh. Okay. So a big piece of all of this, a big piece that ties all that we've been talking about together. Activate, girl. Yes, we're going to do it. We're going to do it, boo. A big piece that ties all of this together is surrender. Surrender is like the template that all of these permission slips is like sitting on top of, if you want to think of it that way, right? It's so, so, so important. And the way that I navigated my own personal tapping into my gifts and expansion was from a place of deep surrender. So what had happened was, you guys, I made a big, bold decision to grow my business, to invest in my business in a big way. And it scared the poop out of my how monkeys. I decided to invest in a mastermind. I had no idea, literally no idea where the resources were going to come from to invest in it. None. So I had no choice but to surrender my how monkeys. I had no choice but to surrender the strategies because it was such a big leap that it short-circuited my brain. And this is super freaking important, guys. This is so important. When you're building something, when you're building a business, when you're building something with your unique gifts that's going to blossom into something big, you have to take a leap and an action that is so big that you have no idea how it's going to happen, but you feel it in your heart that it's going to happen, and you have no choice but to surrender the how monkeys. This is the best way to come back to your question, Naz. This is the best way to surrender your how monkeys, is to short circuit them by taking massive action, by taking like a big, bold step that scares the poop out of you, right? Whatever that looks like for you. So I committed to this investment for this mastermind, had no idea how I was going to do it. Short-circuited my how monkeys. And the night after I made this commitment, this is my tidbit. You guys feel free to use this strategy. I had a funeral for the version of me at 3 a.m. in the morning on the kitchen floor. I had a funeral for the version of me that cared about what other people thought about me following my heart, about me listening to my heart in that moment by moment expression, right? And it was beautiful. Like, a funeral sounds dark. Like, what did you do? Like, dress up in black and like hang out by yourself in the kitchen? No, I wasn't in black. I was by myself in the kitchen, but had a funeral for myself where I just said, yo, thank you for everything that you've done. Previous version. Thank you for how far you've gotten me. Thank you for all that you have created in my life. And brain, mind, I know you are so tired. How monkeys, I know you are so tired. I've been asking you to do a job that's not yours to do for so long. I'm done. This version of me is gone, is dead. I let her go. And then filled back in my body with the version of me that was so committed to my vision, to the impact, to the service that I want to have in the world, because that's really what it is, you guys. The cost of us not stepping up, not taking that big action and not allowing ourselves to express our gift, so much bigger than any individual human. So much bigger, right? So much bigger. It's all of the people that you're going to impact and that they're going to impact. And it has this compounding exponential effect as it continues to go through, right? So really tapping into that in my funeral and being like, bye, old version. And then welcoming in the energy of the version of me who was tapped in and who knew that the heart knows the way and that all's going to be well, right? Onboarding that, deliberately onboarding that. And I mentioned this as we were going through the steps. Yes, that sounds great. Yes. Deliberately onboarding all of that. And we have to hit a place of surrender with the mind monkeys and the how monkeys before we can deliberately onboard our magic and onboard our gifts, right? So I was deliberately onboarding it, and then I stayed wild and out in that full expression, wild and out for a pure 48 hours, like no breaks, no going back, 100% in. This is the version of me. Right? And in that deliberate welcoming, that deliberate onboarding, and that deliberate, like, full immersion, full expression, like no holding back, all in, dancing whenever I felt like dancing, right? Wiggling whenever I felt like wiggling, all in. From that place, you guys, I shit you not, I completely restructured my business and I made 16K in sales in a matter of 2 weeks. Here's why. Because I turned the lights on in the house. When you fully embody that new energy, you're turning the lights on in your house. I didn't know what this restructuring of my business was going to look like from that point. Did not know. Had people stood in my embodied expression, had people come and say, yo, you're being so authentic online. I'm really struggling with that. Right? Let me know if you struggle with it. If you're struggling with that, like, girl, let's talk. But fully embodying that expression allowed the universe to reflect it back and allowed the total restructuring of the business into a model and a strategy that was born from self and worked. Right? You feel me? You feel me on this? If this is landing with you guys, that this is when strategy becomes useful. Well, look at us coming full circle. I love it. When you step into your empowered expression and you have it mirrored back to you, that is when strategy comes in. That's when strategy comes in. It's not from a place of seeking. It's your own origin, building your own structure, your own strategy. You feel me on that? If you guys feel me on this, let me know. Let me know if you're feeling me on this. All right. So let me know how, like, what has been the biggest takeaway for you guys on this? I would love to know what has landed for you in all that we've been talking about. Like, what is the thing that you're like, ooh, fucking shift, that landed? Let me know while I'm drinking my water. I'm having so much fun. You guys, y'all are awesome. Y'all all have such big freaking magic. Like, it's insane. The people who like bop in to this sphere, you guys, I wish you could all like be friends with each other and know each other so you could be like, oh my God, you're this powerful. I'm this powerful. I didn't even know. Y'all are all freaking powerful. Cool. Yes. Yeah, let me know what landed, you guys. I would love to know. And then we'll hop into some Q&A. So let me know what landed, and let me know what questions you have. And we'll go back to the question of like so many different things, because that is one that y'all, I can't tell you how many people are like, yo, there's so many things. Let's see. Danielle, what if he feels good? Okay. What to express first, or create something to embody all topics. So let's go ahead and talk about that. So Danielle was asking, what if you feel scatterbrained on knowing you have with 3 O's, so many gifts in different topics? How do I find clarity of what to express first or create something to embody all topics? Okay. So in that question, there's the feeling of needing to create the structure first in order to express. Can you feel that? Can you feel that, like, in that question, it's like, do I create first to, like, this structure to hold the expression, or like, do I have to hone in on one and like create the structure from there? What really goes down, when you're tapping into your magic, you express all of it first. Exactly. Yeah. You express all of it first and allow, going back to that empowered expression, allow the structure to get reflected back to you. It will come. It will come that way. So all of the things, when you know, you can weave all of it into, I'm not saying go out and like do everything for like 60 hours a week. Don't do that. But like, follow the thing that feels good. If one day it's like, ooh, I feel really into photography. Ooh, right now I feel really into, personal expression. Ooh, right now I feel really into like feminine entrepreneurship. Feel into it. Allow yourself to like just ride the wave and express all of it. Express all of it from a place of empowerment. Your people will reflect back to you what they need. They will reflect back to you what they need. And it is what you feel me? Trying it all. Good girl. But make sure, and this comes back to like what we were talking about empowered expression, make sure you're trying it from a place of empowerment and like this, like owning, this is a part of me that is like here to be expressed. Bitch, this is a part of me that's here to be expressed, right? Not like, ooh, will they like this? Ooh, will they like that? Ooh, feel the difference, right? It's not like trying it on for them. It's just like, this is a part of me. I own that this is a part of me. I claim that this is a part of me. And because I am all up in my full expression, it's coming out. It's coming out, right? And from there, you'll get feedback. You'll get feedback on what key you hold for the people who need you. And they'll be like, yo, you're talking about this shit and it's really landing with me. I'm really struggling with this. You feel me? Does this make sense? Is this helping you guys? Let me know. Let me know if that served you. Makes perfect sense. A lot of the gifts are within the same field. So I need to embody what feels right at the moment and express from there. Yes, exactly. That moment by moment full expression. You're using keywords, girl. Keywords. Yes, embody and express what feels good in that moment and go from there. That's something that I just started doing recently that I never realized I was restricting myself with before. Allowing myself to do the things that resonate with me. Yes. Not things that I think will just resonate with others. Yes, queen. Yes, exactly. That's exactly it. You're doing it from a place of personal resonance instead of like trying to throw spaghetti at the wall and see like what resonates with others. Because when it's coming from that place of personal resonance, it will resonate with others. It will resonate with the right people, right? Yeah? Beautiful. Do y'all have any more questions? Otherwise, we'll probably start to like close it up and wrap it up. This has been so much fun. I love you guys so much. What landed for me most was the spring cleaning. Yes. Danielle, clean that shit out. Clean that shit out. Yes. It is. It's a blockade to our own truth. And this is something that in the first interview of the Soul Playground series on my podcast, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about when I keep saying Soul Playground series, go find me on Instagram. And the link to the podcast is there. And I've been doing interviews. And we talk in that episode about the importance of trusting your own innate wisdom. If you're interested in things, if you're interested in something, you already have the template of wisdom for that within you, right? That's why you're resonating with it. That's why you're interested in it. And I used to be so freaking bad about this. For those of you who don't know my backstory, I was a scientist. So research was like a huge part of my life for a decade, right? And it was like, as soon as I got the hit that like something was for me, I would go and research it. You know what I mean? And it was a block. It was a block to the fullest experience of what was actually trying to be birthed through me. If you have an interest in something is trying to be birthed through you, which means you can't find it out there, right? It's coming through you for the first time. How magical is that? So freaking magical. Loved the funeral. Totally doing that. Yes. Okay. Let me yes, do that. And I also do it every cycle. every period. Because the period is like a beautiful time of shedding and releasing. And this is like so awesome and amazing, you guys. But I realized that my cycle synced up with my identity work. So whenever I was like actually ready to shed an old identity, I would start my flow. Like, how awesome is that? Like, what? So what I've started doing is having a funeral, like leading up to each cycle when I know that I'm about to start my flow. So, and it's amazing. It's so great. So I highly recommend you guys try that. For those of you, I think probably all of you are women. So definitely try that. It's awesome. It's like so rejuvenating. Who knew? We're going to talk about tapping into magic and periods. Welcome to the world of Caroline. Awesome. Yay. Okay. I'm so glad that you guys hopped in here. I am so grateful for your time today. I hope that this was really valuable for you. I had a blast doing it, you guys. I had so much freaking fun. First live YouTube stream, Ayo, in the books. I don't know what that word is, but I trust you. Yes. So yeah, you guys, if you're feeling the soul pull to tap in and to express it and to build something big from that place, definitely take me up on that activate session, y'all. It's so valuable. I can't even tell you the power that has come through for women on that. They were like, oh my God, I didn't even realize how big my vision was. If you feel like you have a bigness, we can crack that open. This is what I'm here for, you guys. I love you so freaking much. Oh, I love you all too. This is so great. I love you, love you, love you. Thank you for holding this live session. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. You guys have an amazing afternoon. Go own your bigness, own your magic, tap in, do epic shit. I love you so, so, so much. So much. Bye.